Good morning and welcome to our Snacktime Snippet for GovCon365 for government contractors. Today we're going to highlight the time entry system inside of Dynamics, and we'll actually show you the process for recording and approving time. We have another little snippet coming up on the mobile app. We're going to highlight both timesheets and expense reports from your mobile device. Each user has the profile we talked about earlier and the ability to get information on their homepage. In this case, all employees have quick access to their timesheet. You can see that I've got 40 hours on my current timesheet cycle. I can just go ahead and select that 40. It's going to drop me into my timesheet. The timesheet has the ability to be weekly, semi-monthly, monthly, bi-weekly timesheets, as well as configuration-based. Each user has the ability, when they log in, to define a set of favorites. The idea of favorites is I might be assigned to maybe 10 different projects, but these are the two that I work on a regular basis. So by setting them as my favorites, it automatically drops it into my timesheet as I start a new time cycle. The system in an earlier presentation we talked about, it controls not only the time charge codes an employee could use, but also the period of time they can charge to it. And it's not just the period of performance, it can be individualized by a particular user. Very simple for an end user. They just record their hours. In this case, I'm going to put 4 hours against Monday, and then I would just go ahead and save it. The system has the ability for a user to put comments against that cell. So if they need to let their supervisor know, or they wanted it listed on a report or potentially on some kind of document, particular comments about that cell, they would just select the cell, hit comments, and then this is a way that I could put my Monday hours, this task is now complete. And then I'd go ahead and save that. And that's just a simple process for any user in terms of recording their time entry. Once they've completed it, they'd go ahead and hit their submit button. This would be at the end of their timesheet cycle, and it would start the whole process for approval.
Paul, can I ask you a question here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Mark.
So as you're going through your presentation, a lot of our clients and prospects here, as we're speaking to them about their requirements for new job call system here, they're talking about their time entry system and how it needs to meet DCAA compliance. So can you speak to maybe some of the capabilities and features that are within the application here to support that requirement?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Mark. So I'd say there's three big things. So the first is we've got a floor check report. Right? So that gives you the ability, if the government comes in for a floor check, you can run that at any time to see who hasn't entered their time from the prior day. The system also has an automated email that can be sent out and also copied the employee's supervisor if they didn't enter time from the previous day. There's a couple other things that are really important. One is about time entry in advance. So if I tried to enter time on a direct charge project to tomorrow, once I go to record it, it tells me future time not allowed. So that's one of the rules the government puts in place on electronic timekeeping system. In the old days, you had to do it in pen. You'd have to cross it out, because the government wants to make sure there's no fraud issues there. So system won't allow them to enter time in advance on a direct charge project. It cannot against PTO, and we also have a PTO request function. And then finally, if there was a change to a previously saved cell, so maybe on Monday the 4th, I didn't enter 4 hours, I actually had 5 hours against this project. The system's going to force the reason for the change. So what is the reason I went from 4 to 5 hours? Forgot to enter correct time. Maybe not a valid excuse, but just a quick way to record that reason and then finally save the timesheet. So timesheet, simple for an end user to use it, has all the compliance needs built into it, all in one integrated system. So really, three major benefits for our clients and prospects. And thank you for joining us today on this little snippet regarding Microsoft Dynamics entering time in the application. Thank you very much.